Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Alright, today we will tackle another chapter of our hull design, outer hull design, whatever you want to call it. And I just want to check real quick, production, do we still have lots of those in production, but it looks like we've ran out of platinum to refine. At least that's how it looks like. Let me check. Oh, there's some more platinum in there. Okay. Okay, some refineries apparently still have platinum. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. I guess we can leave them for now, but it's good. I at least have a few more thruster components now, which hopefully should be able to finish off a few more of these bad boys. And then as soon as we've run out of thruster components, we'll go back to designing the hull. Today we'll tackle mostly a few problems regarding the integration of the wing into this design that we've started implementing. That's gonna be like point 1, and then the rest of the episode is probably gonna be just extending that design and making it fit all around the ship. That's like the flight plan of the day, if that makes sense. But look at that, at least the front end here we have done. That's good. That's a nice thing. But of course the back's still missing a lot of thrusters, it seems like. But yeah. But now it should also start producing thrusters again. Maybe. Slowly. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. We'll do another trip after this with some more thrusters, and then we're done with these for today, I feel. They can, you know, get created while we are creative, I think. I probably will have to get another load of platinum in the near future, but you know, we can take our time a bit with that. Well, at least a few more thrusters online. That's nice. Okay, so let me get a bunch of the good old reliable steel plates. Also, we'll toss a few of these into production. No idle hands and such. Right, so this is our quarter section where we experiment with the whole design, right? That's where we train and check if things work out. And that's what we're gonna do. I think I said this before, but this part here, that will still remain open for now, because I still need easy access to certain parts of the ship, and I don't want to make this more awkward for me while building. You know what I mean? So this will remain open, but it shouldn't really impact our plan here, our building plan. There we go. And then we need, yes, this one. And then here, that's where the quote-unquote error is, or the change. Because here we'll have to use this. And then, of course, yeah. Here we go. Like so. Another change here. It just has to flow correctly. That's the most important bit, you know? There again, and there again as well. This is where we define how it's gonna look, and we're just gonna stick with that for the rest of the ship. Pretty much. And I don't think that will really impact anything else. We shouldn't have to do a great redesigning because of that. It should work out quite solidly. And then, of course, all of these, wherever they are applicable. There, there, and there, and here, and here, and here. And I think that's all of them. And now, these... There we go. Let's weld that. And then we'll have to recharge our battery in a minute. Because, yeah, that's this time of the episode again, which will... Well, it's actually, we have to do it like several times an episode because we're welding so much.
No energy.
That was almost perfect, but I just saw I missed a few corners there, but yeah. But yeah, even though I said I want to keep the maintenance decks open, I will still, at the point where the wings connect to the ship, there I will make a small, like a strip of wall that will go all the way down into the middle of the ship. Just to make the design work. I have to kind of have a visual aid there. So there we'll pull the wall down over the maintenance level. But yeah. Oh, that's weird. Why? Why is that? Oh, is that because of this? Oh, that's curious. Oh, okay. So you can see which ones is on the underside, what you haven't welded yet. That's kind of curious, actually. Ha! I kind of have to do this now because this is... It looks goofy. And since I said I wanted to have a visual cue on how it looks... Yeah, that's much better, but there's still... Yeah, see over here? Yeah. You can see... Still see them. It's weird that this stuff is like poking through there, but I get it. And then here too. Okay. Well, no more steel plates. Jesus Christ, the amount of steel plates. I really need like a stats like in Minecraft. There's a stat like that where you can see how many blocks you place and stuff like that. That is what we need here, for sure. Okay, so yeah, I've missed out on these. All right. There we go. So, the next step here, of course, as I said, the next step down, we will imagine how that will look. So it's just going to be like that. And now this part here, this is where it becomes interesting. Or rather, the underside here is where it gets interesting. Because here, the design will kind of break from what we normally would have. But I think to be fully able to visualize this, I first have to do the upper side, I believe. So like this. I think I have to do this piece here as well, because the strip on this side, this is going to be looking different as well, because it connects into this wall here. So that's going to be different, of course. But I think I've done this correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I think that works. And then this Jesus Christ. It culminates. I think I pronounced that right. In my head it still sounds wrong, but there we go. In this. This is gonna be where it all comes together. Right here. Right? We're working off of this, essentially. So now we have to put on the correct connection pieces on this side, which would be this block. We haven't used this one before, but I think this is where it comes in handy. I believe, or maybe not. Hold on. Or is it... Which one is it? Is it this one? Oh no, it's this one. Right, like this. And then the one on the other side, if we can get the rotation correct. There we go. And then we can also still think if we want to add another level, doing something like this. You know, just adding another layer on top of it. Another layer of smoothness, if you will. Or we can just leave that. I'm not quite sure, but something like that. Right. Now, we shall have to connect this. This is gonna be a bit messy. Let's start down here. What if we extend it like this? And then this flows like straight on into here. And obviously up here we have also the slope, just like that. And now here it gets, I think here it gets tricky, because this is still gonna be here, right? And then on top here, we're gonna have the, this one, yeah? Yeah, see, this is where it gets really weird. Let me add this. And this and this. Just to get a bit of a visual. Right, I think this from below looks acceptable. It's this part here. This is the crux of the whole piece. This is a bit weird. The question is, is there a block here that fits here? I don't think there is one. Not necessarily. That's difficult. That's really difficult. Or do we really just slap on a straight block just like that? And just say, yeah, that's how it is? How does that look? I don't know. It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look like fantastic either. How about if we extend this even further? Does that make sense? I don't think it does necessarily. But I also don't think there is a useful block here that connects these parts. I don't think a block like that exists, at least to my knowledge. Or, oh, hold that phone. Is that what I've been looking for? I don't know. I mean, maybe that is what I've been looking for. Or maybe is it... Hold on. I have to experiment a bit. Maybe it's this? Yeah, I think it's this. I think this is the missing piece. Because that still kind of flows into what we have up here. It just bends... Instead of going outwards, it just bends... Or inwards, it bends outwards. And then... accommodates the wing. Yeah, I think that works actually. I really do. I mean, again, not perfect, not by a long shot. But I don't think the block that we would need exists. The one, what would we mean? We would need a block that goes from here to like here and then up like this. I mean, I really don't think a block like that exists. That has like a face that goes from here to here to here to here. I don't think a block like that exists. I might be wrong. I might be completely imagining things, but... Right? Because no, hold on. Let me just remove that real quick, because This one, that obviously that doesn't work. The correct block would be this, right? But yeah, no, that no, I don't think that block that I want here exists. It's just a too complicated block. It would be technically be something like this, but the point of the triangle being basically drawn down to this corner. But not even that would satisfy what I'm looking for, I don't think. So I would say we'll call it a day with this one. And, you know, compromises need to be made in a situation like this. Okay, just so we can, like, complete the design. So we have a sample for the other pieces of the ring. We'll continue and add all the pieces down here as well and weld them too. And then I might even do like every second block of the two maintenance layers so we can get the full picture, you know? Something along those lines. I think that would be cool. And then we would get a really good visual indicator of how this whole shebang is gonna look, right? And it's almost time to recharge again in a second here. Golly gee. Let's get that behind us real quick. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with how this turns out now. I was really worried last episode that it wouldn't go smoothly. Not just because of the wing, but because of everything else. But I think we made this work, which is nice. Oh, we have a bunch of thrusters again. Let me just get those real quick. As a quick intermission. There we go. We're getting closer to at least get all the wing thrusters correct. That's nice. I mean, we still have like a gazillion thrusters to go. But, you know, you have to start somewhere, right? The journey starts with a single step. It's probably something that some wise man or woman said. Although in the past it always is the wise man. He probably heard it from a wise woman and then wrote it down. And then said, it's mine, yes. No, I don't know. There you go. I'm just gonna weld these inner blocks as well, otherwise we're gonna have that ugly thing again. And that is definitely not acceptable. Acceptable. There we go. Yeah, maybe next episode we're gonna do a little trip to the platinum mine again. Might be about time. Also the uranium, we must have like a gazillion tons of uranium now, which is very encouraging. Because that was like a big thing for me, that I wasn't sure that we had enough uranium to power this ship for a useful amount of time. But now I think it's gotta be alright. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me put in all the corner pieces too before we start welding. All the little corners. There you go. Or what I also could do, I was just thinking about this. I could also just complete the wall on this side of the maintenance deck and just leave the others open. Because then we really would get the full visual and still would have access to the maintenance deck. And I don't think there's anything here that I cannot access from other sides of the maintenance deck, so it should be fine for the most part. And up here's the same thing. So, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So, let's start smacking these things in here. We might actually discover a few more places where adjustments might need to be made, but I think that's a gradual process of discovery. We'll adapt as we go along. as it is, as it always is, you know, with my playstyle. I have the feeling I could plan better, but most of the time I just adapt. Let's get another load. Yeah, also, actually, I think that's just the amount we can carry, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Okay, we'll grab these later. That would be really nice if we could get the full visual going for this episode. That would be excellent. Although that entails a big amount of work still. I always forget how big this ship actually is. It always kind of surprises me for some reason. Alright, let's do the inverted corners, which would be these. Here and here. And then here. Here. Yeah. For some reason, I now just don't see metal plates anymore. I see like little faces, you know, like the... hold on. Like this is the eye. This is another eye. This is like a face. It's like, nah. It's staring at me. The ship is staring at me with 1,000 eyes. I think I'm going insane from the amount of time I've spent on this. Not good. Yeah, see, there. That's what I meant with we probably need to do some adjustments. That's exactly what I meant. Kinda thought that would happen. Hoped it wouldn't, but it'll, yeah. That was kind of obvious. If it happens on the previous level above, then it will happen here too. Because the construction basically follows the same rules every layer, so... It would be illogical if we wouldn't get it here. Kinda, I suppose. Well, let's see how far we get with welding today. I don't want to make it too long today, because I have a slight headache, so I don't want to sit here for too long. I'm probably going to have a nap after this. But, yeah, let's try and get as far as we can. Again, this will help further construction efforts in the future. Make it easier for me to visualize and see if it's good. But I'm pretty sure we're good. Okay, then we'll take these pieces off. That shouldn't have any impact of the the stability or the integrity rather of the ship. Should be a-okay. And then of course we need these blocks here, and then again the next level down, same thing again.
Energy.
But again, that was clear, kinda. Should have been clear, whatever. But that saves us a lot of trips to get steel plates, because we can just salvage a lot of it, which is nice. I don't like it. My review monitor is way behind. Hold on, I'm gonna restart the recording real quick. Okay. Hopefully nothing gets lost on this recording. Oh, Jesus. Mistakes were made. Let me just... There we go. There. And there.
Energy critical.
And then that one. And then the next one is the last of these, I think. This one. Of course. The inventory is a problem. Hold on. Slap this one down. There we go. And the T key is still annoying. There we go. Okay, let's place the next layer, the flat ones first. I also kind of like how, you know, the different, like, the faces of the ship, they all go down in like these vectors, you know. You can see this one is gonna go all the way down until the middle. Here, this double row is gonna go down all the way to the middle. There's no like breaks in there, you know, that break this pattern up. I kind of like that. Again, it's probably not as round as I would have imagined it in the beginning, but I think I said this before, the Vive controller, the form of the Vive controller, it was never meant to be like a one-to-one exact replica, but an inspiration, right? So I'm very happy with that. Again, if I need energy, not plates. Hold on. I think if you wanted to go for a more exact replica, you would have to do it differently. A lot differently, actually. Maybe even a lot bigger, so you could even achieve a roundness of that caliber. But still, I think that would be way out of scope. And also, I don't even know if my PC could handle that. Maybe sometime in the future I might get a little upgrade. I think the next thing I want to upgrade is the graphics card. I still have a 1080, which is very serviceable for what I'm doing at the moment. Still. But, you know, I'm always keeping my eye out for when, you know, some of the newer graphics cards get normal prices again. And maybe a new PC case, although that's the thing that pisses me off the most, because that means I have to get everything out of my momentary case, and you know, it's just a big amount of work. But it would be nice, because the case that I have is really packed at the moment, and the air circulation is probably not perfect in there because it's a very small case. And that was good for the PC I had at the time when I basically bought it with the case. Or the PC I bought the case for, that I built. However, you know, all the upgraded components that I put in there, especially the 1080, that takes up so much space. And then I installed, like, at this point, I think 3 or 4 additional hard drives. So there's almost no space in there anymore. Every time I change something, I have to watch it like a hawk that it fits in there. When I installed my new CPU, I wanted obviously a new cooler, because the CPU is a bit more powerful and it probably gets a bit more hot than the old one. And my old CPU fan was a bit, you know, it was a bit old. And the one I have in there now, I think it fits by like 0.5 centimeters, so a half a centimeter. I think that's the amount of space I have between the fan and the casing wall. It just barely fitted in there. It was really insane. I really had to double check it, or triple check it even, because I really had to make it sure that it worked, but it just about fit. But seriously, I cannot put anything else in there now. Even if I open up the case, it basically, when I undo the screws, the case wall, or the case, wall, I think is the best word for it. It basically pops open immediately if you undo the screws, because the cables are pressing outwards as well. It's not very optimal, but it's a good little soldier, this machine. It's been, I mean, parts of it have been around for, I think, 10-15 years at this point. It's when I think that's when I got the case initially with the first components in it. It was one of my first self-bought and self-made, self-built PCs. So a lot of memories in there too. Well, mostly in the case, I suppose, because most of the interior has changed, to be fair. But still, you know, it's kind of cool. But I guess, you know, maybe a tiny bit more a bigger case, but not too much, because the old case, the first PC, the first big PC that I had, that really was good for running games, that was like a ginormous case. And carrying it anywhere was a freaking nightmare. And you might know that every year with me, well, my brother, his friends, my friends were doing like a 10-day LAN party. Where we you know, go into it's an old, like the place is like a building that is used by the scouts, essentially, when they do like an excursion. It's pretty much inside a village, in a village. It's not really far off in a forest or anything. It's close to like a supermarket, but it's a nice little hut, essentially, with a big like living room space, which is where we put the PCs and the tables and everything. And then upstairs is like a big space where there's just a bunch of mattresses where you can sleep. And that's where we go every year for 10 days and just have an absolute blast. And it's actually in about 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, something about that, like that. And we're gonna have that LAN party, actually. So that's looking forward to that. Normally we have it in March, about April, March, but because of Corona we couldn't. And now it should be all right. There shouldn't be any more restrictions coming until then. And even if most of the people that go there, if not all or almost all, are vaccinated anyhow, we could even do it like with like certification, you know, with the COVID certification. I don't even know if every country does these. I know that the European country mostly do them. You know, where you have like a certificate that says, yes, you have been vaccinated, and only people who have that specific certificate get into certain establishments. For example, my gym now does this too. So I had to like send them a scan of the certificate, and now I can go to the gym again. Everybody who doesn't cannot get in. It's kind of crazy at the moment, but I don't think any more restrictions should apply. I don't think so. Or at least I hope. Would be really a big disappointment if we had to move it again, or well, it would pretty much be cancelled for this year then, if something like that would happen, I suppose. But yeah, okay, let me just add these last few blocks here, and then I'm gonna just weld all the plates that I have, and then I'm gonna be finished for today, I think. I've done some good progress, and I mean, it looks so much better now. It really starts to look like a very, very nicely protected ship. I cannot imagine how annoying it would be if this all had to be like heavy armor. I would be here for like double the amount of time, I think. You know what? I'm gonna get one more load. One more load and we'll be good. Yeah, see, the energy is pretty much good for one more run anyhow, so let's do it. Yeah, you can see how much smoother it looks now. I do like it. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I like it, I like it, I like it. Next time we're gonna complete this section here, and then that's gonna give us the look of the future, essentially. There we go. Only 2 steps needed now for the completion here. Just for the screenshot, I'm just gonna put these here, and I said I wanted to go through the load that I just got off the station anyhow, so I'm just gonna continue here real quick with the amount of plates that we have. Actually, now I'm getting plates back again because yeah, we are taking off blocks again. Of course. They all need to go. Yeah, yeah, I know. Placing all of these. There we go. That one needs to be gone, and this one too. Yeah, I probably need to tank a bit more energy before I get to finish this. Well, let's just do it. Why not? Just in time. Oh, but I think we got a good amount of work done today. That was excellent. I thought we would waste more time on the wing, honestly. But maybe I got satisfied too quickly almost. But there are sometimes moments where I'm satisfied so quickly that I just say, nah, I don't care. But I don't think it looks terrible. I mean, the block that needs to go there to make it extra smooth doesn't exist. So I think we can accept these circumstances, you know? I would say, at least. I mean, you know, why frickin' get annoyed at things or worry about things that you cannot change anyhow, right? Well, I suppose there might be a mod that has exactly the block that fits there. The golden block. The perfect one. The magic bullet. You know what I mean. But, yeah. I mean, I want to try and keep this safe game as much vanilla as I can, since I'm really screwing around with mods in every other safe game anyhow, so sometimes it's good to be vanilla. You know, it's kind of like whenever every year, it feels like I take another Skyrim run or take up Fallout again, just to go through it again. And every once in a while I'll play it vanilla for you know, like maybe a few hours. Just to get the feeling back of how it was originally, you know, how that felt the first time around. And it's always very interesting. Because it's a very special feeling. Especially if you haven't played it for a long, long time. There's like this wave of nostalgia that always comes back if you do something like that. I kind of like it. Okay. Let me just get rid of... well, we have to cut a few things here. I think I could probably finish this with the material that I have at this point, because I have to cut things open here. But, you know... Again, I want to finish this now, so... I'm just gonna place a few things here. And then we're gonna say... good for now. This one too. No, actually, that is wrong. Is it? It is. Pretty much. This one is actually wrong too. Hold on. Something is weird. Let me try and start from this side. Now I cannot stop because something is weird. Oh, I think I just used the wrong block, perhaps. Most likely. Oh. Oh, that is curious. Oh, that is very curious. You see what I see? What the hell? How did that happen? How the hell did that happen? Here it's fine. On this side everything is fine. On the other side something weird happened. Oh boy. That means on the other side we made another mistake, which we'll have to fix next time. Ah, shite. Well, I guess. Guess I fucked something up over there. Yeah, That is super curious. The fact that I didn't see that. I wonder if anybody of you caught it, like in the first minute when I started. So there's two explanations to this. Either the upper side is wrong, or the lower side. And judging from how it's structured here, I would say the lower side is wrong, wouldn't you? No, the upper side. Because disregarding this row, or looking at this row, we have to acknowledge that this would be the same as this if we wouldn't connect to this wall piece, right? Or to this, rather. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 1, 1, right? And now look at here. 1, 2, 3. Well, 2. Well, we have to look at the lower side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. And that's correct. And actually, there's 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. Something is really weird here, and I don't like it. Oh, hold the horses. I think another mistake might be this. Ah, I think we navigated ourselves into a corner here. The thing is, I think until here, it's correct. And then this is where the confusion begins. And we have to figure out which part of it is right. Oh, God. Okay, we'll have to take this on next time. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and take care.